I welcome you to another Friday tonic on my channel, Learn with Joes. I live in one of the 50 states of the United States of America, Georgia. And I know here in Georgia, our fall, or let me say autumn, which is our season now, is becoming colder and colder. And I believe it's even more colder in some other states of the United States of America. And sometimes the weather is okay, amenable. I remember at least sometimes I was in Miami, which is Florida, sometimes ago, and the weather was cool and good enough to go out and party. I actually went for a wedding there. So I want to wish you that despite the coldness of the weather, or whatever weather you are experiencing in your country, in your continent, please dress appropriately. Take care of yourself, and God will take care of all of us. This Learn with Joes is an academy of knowledge economy. And for those familiar with this my channel, they know on Tuesdays, I release videos on a core teaching. Some Tuesdays now I've started on determinism and free will. And I'm still continuing on the free will. Next Tuesday, by God's grace, I'll be teaching on the philosophical view of free will. Fridays like this, I saw what I call Friday Tonic. It's a time of discussion for contemporary and trending issues, spiritual, moral, even physical lessons that are beneficial to our lives. Things we need to imbibe, things we need to know to better our lives. This Friday, the lesson I'm teaching is like advantages of enemies push, or let's say force push. When your enemies think they're pushing you into something terrible, deadly, it can serve as a very, very good and great advantage for you. And that's why at times, one should not be afraid of that kind of push. I'm going to tell you a story based on this push. I say, who pushed me? That kind of thing. But before I go on, let me join Learn with Joes. I welcome you back. That is kind of advertorial and advert for Learn with Joes, knowing exactly what we are for, where I teach on philosophy of religion and theology, and where we share in-depth knowledge that are beneficial for our viewers, for our subscribers. And that reminds me that if you have not subscribed, kindly subscribe. And if you have not turned on your notification, please click on it. Turn on the notification so that anytime I release any new video, you'll be notified. Subscription is free and it will be so beneficial. And even from my channel, you can go to my website where you will see academic quality papers. I have well over 300 quality articles that you could pick from, you could read, and it will serve you very, very well, excellently well. Either you are a student of research or you are just somebody who's interested in knowing more, you'll find an article that will speak to yourself. So, like I was saying, what I'm going to share today is push. There's this particular country where one billionaire lives, a billionaire with a very pretty, beautiful daughter. He loves his daughter so much. And when the daughter is ripe for marriage, many suitors, many people were coming to ask for hand in marriage. And this man just couldn't give his daughter to just anybody, just because they are claiming they love her. He needs to prove it. He needs to test them. So he made a kind of announcement that whoever is interested in marrying his beautiful daughter should come on a so date, and he's going to give every one of them a simple test, and whoever wins, we have not just his daughter in marriage, but he's ready to give such a man $15 million. I'm talking about dollars here. $15 million and a mansion for him and his daughter to start a very good home of their own without depending either on him or whoever. So you can see with that kind of announcement, many more, even those who have not shown interest before, they came. They wanted to marry the daughter. Some genuinely, some maybe because of the $15 million, some, I don't know. Everybody have their own reasons. But when they go there, the man asked all these suitors to join him at his pool, swimming pool. And he told them, I want all of you to get inside this swimming pool, and whoever can swim from one end of the swimming pool to the other side of the swimming pool where I'm going to be, the very first one to swim there and emerge will be the winner, and we marry my daughter, and I, like I promised, will give $15 million and a mansion for him and my daughter to start a new life together. You can imagine, all of them now were getting ready, pulling off their shirts to jump into the moon. Somehow, there is a sound of an helicopter hovering around, and the helicopter began to drop into the pool alligators and crocodiles into the pool. Come and see all of them putting back their shirts. Who wants to tango with alligator? Who wants to tango with crocodile? They were now putting back. Most of them who have pulled off the shirts to jump into the rain, they were running back. Somehow there's a splash in the pool, and one young man was going, swimming, dodging, dodging, panting. He seems to be the only one in the water until he got to the other end and came out, and he was panting. And the man was saying, oh, gentlemen, you did it. You have made it. So what else do you want apart from what I've promised? The man was breathing heavily, panting, breathing heavily. And when he was able to calm himself down, The thing that came out of the door is that, who pushed me? The man looked around. Who pushed me? Who pushed me? Who pushed me? Somehow, none of them didn't realize that those alligators, those crocodiles that seem very real are rubber alligators, rubber crocodiles. So that's the way this man, who somebody pushed out of his own way to say, go and die, maybe you want to tango with me, emerged the winner, and he was able to marry this beautiful woman along with the wealth that was promised. Even more, he gave more, not just that $15 million, but more. And that brings me to the moral lessons of this story. And in getting you to understand better the moral lessons of this story, I want to share some slides in the PowerPoint presentation. Very few, maybe 4 or 5, so that you can follow me with these moral lessons. You can jot notes with these moral lessons. But I want you to see the moral lessons in this story I've just told you. You can see the man who pushed me inside the pool. That's a wonderful, beautiful story. You don't know what you can do until you are pushed. You never know. This man never knew he could swim so fast because immediately was pushed and he saw those crocodiles and those alligators. He didn't even know they were rubber one. He thought they were real, and he was fast swimming. He became a fast swimmer, splashing, splashing, splashing until he got to the other side. Meanwhile, like I said, the crocodiles and alligators were rubber. Those seeking to push you into the jaws of alligators and crocodiles may have helped you to reach your promised land. I use these alligators and crocodiles as a metaphor of wherever you think you have been pushed into. Sometimes you are pushed to a corner. You cannot go further. You have reached the dead end. You think there is nowhere to go. Then you turn back. Whoever thinks that enemy is pushing you must have pushed you to your promised land. Why don't you look at the positive aspects of it? Sometimes it takes going through the bad moments to bring out the best in you. Trials are raw materials for triumphant testimonies. True believers understand this, that when they pass through trials, in fact, in the biblical passage where we have in 1 Corinthians 13, it is written there that there are no trials that has besieged you that is uncommon to man. But God will not allow you to bear more than you can bear, and even with it, because it's a faithful God, we give you a way of escape. So believers know that trials are raw materials for triumphant testimonies. The push, that enemy push, that wicked push, might make different dimensions for different people. Some people need to be sacked from their jobs before realizing their potential and reaching their goals in life. Being dismissed from your place of work is then the end of the world. Don't think suicide. Don't have a suicidal thought. Rather, be proactive. Think clockwise. Think of other things you can do You have graduated. For many years, you have been applying for different kind of jobs. You have not seen any. You have not got any. You'll be interviewing people, asking for experiences, and how can you get experience without being employed? Think positively. Might be you can do better, reaching your goals in life through other means. So I pray you will get a divinely inspired push in your life to become self-actualized. And I want you to know that push stand for different acronyms. Let me share about 3 types with you. You can start with push of pray until something happens, where the P is pray, the U is until, S is something, H happens. That is, you pray continuously, earnestly, until something happens. Another push can be persist, and that's what we talk about, perseverance. You persist until something happens. And the last kind of push, you can say praise. If you know how to praise the Lord, that is why you find out the kind of prayer that no angel can stop. No evil, no demonic, no satanic can stop. But goes directly to God is praise, because only God can accept your praises. So you praise until something happens. I pray today that someone pushes me into the total fulfillment of my destiny. So kindly push this Friday tonic message, if you love it, to someone else and remain blessed. I want to thank you all for today's Friday, and I want you all to think about push, like pray, like persist, like praise until something happens. Don't be afraid of that push from your enemy. It might really somersault you to your desired goals. Have a wonderful weekend. Please join me on Tuesday for another call teaching. Remain blessed. Love you. Don't forget to please subscribe if you have not done so. And please, I still need your feedback and comments if you like this video. Thank you.